Hello, welcome to the All or Nothing podcast. Our official sponsors are KR Couriers and Transport Limited. This is a Northwest based courier company delivering all across the UK. They can assist in home moves and removals to large, heavy and bulky items, collections and drop-offs. Fast, safe and reliable deliveries. Please get in touch for a free quote. You'll find all the information within the description. Thank you.
Hello everyone, hope we're all good. Big shout out to KR Couriers and Transport Limited, and a big thank you to everyone who likes, shares, comments and subscribes to the All or Nothing podcast with myself, Billy Moore. I don't think I give myself enough credit, I think I put myself down a little bit, I'm quite honest, open and transparent, and I do wear my heart on my sleeve. I've struggled in life, especially with relationships. I was always drifting in and out of a toxic relationship with someone who I desperately wanted to love, and I desperately wanted them to love me. Very, very needy, codependently. And it's quite unattractive, especially to the opposite sex, because you feel weak. You feel like you're giving your power away, The power of a text message can have you fucking out the front door in no time. That's how strong the urge is to be fucking loved and needed and wanted and accepted. So yeah, I've had all that going on in my life. I've experienced a lot of shit. And that's why I share these little stories, because I know I've been through the mud and the nails. And I know that if you don't get through all that pain, and get to the other side, then you won't know what it's like to be fucking where you're at. Because you'll always be stuck in the fucking mud. You'll always be stuck on those nails. You'll always be fucking strapping yourself to the cross. Beating yourself up, giving yourself an hard time. And when I say give myself an hard time, I don't mean in that sense. I mean, I was never a shit house. I was never a shit bag. I was always game when it comes to fucking fighting, but I knew when it was going to come on top. I thought, fuck that, mate, I'm going to have a fucking tough time with this kid here. And there was a time in Bangkok, right? I owed this lady boy 3 packets of fucking cigarettes for Tramadol tablets, because that's what I was buying. I was buying Tramadol tablets all the time. I couldn't fucking face reality. Bury myself under a fucking narcotic stupor. And I couldn't pay for these drugs most of the time. 99% of the time I couldn't pay for them. Begging, borrowing, stealing, zigzagging, hiding, avoiding. And this ladyboy fucking coughed me. Just stood right in front of me. She spoke really good English as well. You fuckface! What the fuck? You owe me money right now! I haven't got it, fucking hell, give us a fucking break there. No, you fucking come here, you fucking pay my money now. You don't fuck with me. Fuck off you fucking cheeky twat. Just a bird with tits, that's what I'm thinking. There's a fella with tits, who the fuck are you? So. Anyway, he's like that, front of me, and I think, oh, here we go. Got all these foreigners like that, belt, go ahead, lad. Fucking show him. And you know what, right, I'm going to be straight with you, right? I fucking ran. I thought, I'm telling you now, I swerved it. There was no way I was getting battered by a fella with tits. It wasn't happening. And he probably would have melted me all over the fucking yard. He had some fucking big strap on him. You know what I mean? No my luck, I'd have probably been bummed all over the gaff. So yeah, I know when it comes on top. Couldn't live it down, could you? Getting battered by a lady boy. But anyway, I've had some mad life experiences, and it's quite therapeutic as well, sharing this stuff. It really is. It does help me, and I believe that someone out there as well who's struggling and going through a difficult time can go, you know what, it's not that bad for me. If he can get through it, then I can. Because there were times when I wanted to end my life. I really did. You know, I was in some really dark places, and it was like, there was something within me that said, fucking fight. Don't give up. You know. And if I'd gave up then, I wouldn't be where I was now. I wouldn't have this beautiful family in my life. You know, this little boy who's just a miracle. You know, I've got another little boy on the way. You know, I've got my mum at home who's sleeping better at night. She's not like fucking sobbing, you know, and worried that her son's going to either end up dead, or the police are going to be knocking at the door, or there's going to be fucking gangs kicking the door down, look for me. And I know people say, oh, I've never robbed off me family. No, but we did. We did. Even if it wasn't material stuff, we robbed their peace of mind. You know, I'm here to give my mum a little bit of her soul back. You know, and if she needs me, then I'm there at the drop of a hat. If she rung me up my bill, can you do something for us? Can you run me there? I'm there straight away, bang, mum, yeah. Because I know she's done that for me. She deserves that. Yeah, anyway. Life's good. Yeah, we only ever a short time above ground. What's beyond this world is fucking the unknown, if anything. Could be just a barren land of nothingness. You know, but when you're using drugs, you're living in that land already. You know, you see it regularly. I go through town and I see people from my city on the streets, you know, cap in hand, begging, you know, struggling. And people are giving them a little bit of money in there, and you know it's just to fund their bevies or their drugs, their drug habit, because they just haven't got the arsehole to graft no more. That's the truth. That's why people are on the streets begging that way, because they haven't got the arsehole to graft no more. You know, and you've got your aggressive beggars, haven't you? Fucking give us a fucking pound out there, lad. What do you mean, no? It's like some of the drug dealers that I used to score off when I was a kid, right? 17 or 16, 17. And now, fucking on the streets, fucking begging for a pound. And these were big lads that you never thought in a million years would be on the gear, because they'd sold you gear and crack, and, you know, a couple of decades later, they're in the position that you was, and you're like, fucking hell, mate, is that your karma? You know? Is that what it's become for you? You know what it's like to be on the receiving end of me? You know, for years I funded your lifestyle, I paid for your car. You know, and when I rang you up, you say, I'll be there in 5 minutes, and then fucking 3 hours later, you turn up. And I'm like, what, fucking 50 pence short, and you still fucking swerve me? You know, what we do, we lower ourselves and embarrass ourselves and, you know, get humiliated. But, you know, it's not like that no more. Anyway, I think I just got on with a big random one, but thanks for listening.